guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I want to talk today about staying motivated throughout your practicing, throughout the process of learning an instrument. And if you are serious, this process will probably last you your entire lifetime, so it's important to maintain that inspiration, that drive, that passion about your instrument. And the nice thing about talking about these things and learning about these things is that all of these qualities and all of these, I guess, tricks to keeping your motivation can be applied to a lot of different areas in your life, not just music or learning an instrument. It's very helpful in a lot of other areas. The first thing for me, and of course all of this is very personal, so things that might work for me may not necessarily work for you. This is just out of my own experience. But the first thing that I would do is to think about why you chose to do this. So why did you choose to pick the cello or the piano or the guitar, or why did you start learning how to paint or to learn a certain sport, really anything. And I think the most crucial thing in life is to understand the, heart behind what you do. So are you learning music just to show off or to get famous? You know, a lot of people nowadays just care about the numbers. They just want to get famous. And some people want to learn to keep themselves young because it's healthy for your mind and for your brain, which is great. That's wonderful. Whatever the reason, make sure that it is a good reason, because you're going to want to fall back on that whenever you are feeling discouraged or you are feeling tired. If your entire objective is to just show off, that's not going to be a strong enough feeling to keep you going. So make sure that your heart is good. Make sure that what you're trying to communicate to the rest of the world is something of value and it's pure. Don't do it for money. Don't do it for fame. Don't do it for anything else other than to either give to people for your own health benefits or just to add value to yourself. That's wonderful and that's a good motivation. So really ask yourself why. Why are you doing this? Why are you choosing to do this? The second thing would be to write this down. I am a huge advocate of writing things down. Everything. I have so many lists. I have so many notebooks. If I don't write it down, I'm probably going to forget it, because I think we have, how many thoughts did they say? Something like 20,000 thoughts go through your mind a day. It could be more. It's probably more. Either way, it's a lot of thoughts to go through your mind. So if you don't write something down, it's probably not going to stick with you, or it will stick with you, but only for maybe like a couple of years at the most. So write it down. Write down why you're doing what you're doing. Third thing, also includes writing things down, would be to document your goals. So I have not actually had my adult students do this. I should, if they don't mind. I always have my middle school students do this though, because they are younger and I want to train them and teach them this concept and this principle of when you write your goals down, they are much more likely to happen. I actually learned this principle from Maxwell. If you don't know who Maxwell is, he writes a bunch of leadership books, a lot of material. He's amazing. But yeah, goals are much more likely to happen if you actually document them. So what I like to do is I like to write down goals, my year-long goals, my 6-month goals, my monthly goals, my weekly goals, and my daily goals. A lot of goals. For example, a year-long goal that you could set for yourself, it might be to learn a piece that you've been wanting to learn for a really long time. So maybe the Bach Prelude from Suite 1 for unaccompanied cello. And then, 6 months might be, okay, I'm going to learn 3 smaller pieces. A monthly goal could be, okay, I'm going to learn 4 etudes. And then a weekly goal might be, okay, I'm going to learn 2 scales that week. I'm going to get through 2 scales, memorize them, and play them really cleanly. And then a daily goal, which you definitely should have, a practice routine. I'm going to do these many exercises, this scale, thinking about these certain things. I'm going to do this etude, I'm going to do this piece, and that's your daily routine. And you would be surprised how much success you will have if you actually think about these things and be very clear and purposeful about writing down your goals and thinking about them. This takes me to my next suggestion, and that is to review your goals daily. And if not daily, at least weekly. So take time to look and study all the things that you want to do, and that keeps the end goal in your mind, and it motivates you because you actually, when you read these things, you can actually think and envision in your mind, you can actually watch yourself doing it. It's like watching your future self succeed. And whenever you get that picture in your mind, it somehow, I don't know how this works, but it does. It actually helps you learn better, helps you learn faster. And then I think my last point for today would be to keep track of your progress. I think a lot of people get discouraged because whenever we're practicing and we're focused, you don't have a lot of perspective, outside perspective, and so it's like whenever you're little, you're a child, and you don't notice that your body is growing or getting taller really, but if you haven't seen someone for maybe a year or 2 years and you see them again and they're like, oh my goodness, you've grown so much, gotten so tall. That's kind of what happens with practicing, is that you're so close to it, you really don't see your progress, and then someone else, you know, a year from now could hear you play again and they're like, oh my goodness, you've gotten so good, this is amazing. And you can do that for yourself by filming your progress. I know I actually have, I believe, 3 students now who are posting weekly videos to show their progress, and that way they can go back, you know, a year from now and watch those again and see, wow, I've made so much progress. It's so encouraging. It's really, really encouraging to see what you've accomplished and kind of just have that documentation. It's really, really helpful, so encouraging, and I would definitely recommend that you all take the time to do that. I really hope that this video helps anyone who is struggling with motivation and who aren't really sure if they should continue doing what they're doing. Yeah, I just want to really remind you guys that you can do it. I absolutely believe that if you want to do something, you can do it. Just practice and stick with it. And I think the three things about doing music, or really anything in life, you know, love what you do, practice well, and share it with others. And if you have that core, then I believe that you can do it. I have a couple more ideas that I wanted to think about a little bit more before I share them with you. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe for music videos, all of that. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, and share it if you think someone else would benefit from it. And as always, thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next week.